We are live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of STORYHIVE on location Vancouver with Beats, Eats, and more. I'm your host, Kazi. We are broadcasting live right now on the unceded ancestral lands of the Musqueam, the Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish First Nations. Much love, shout outs, and gratitude to the original stewards and protectors of these lands and these waters. Also, this episode has been powered by TELUS STORYHIVE. I am so excited to introduce our next guest. Today on the show, we're shining a light on one of the most respected music selectors to come out of Van City. With over 2 decades behind the decks, DJ Bles-sed has been moving dance floors with deep crates, soulful selections, and a true dedication to the art of vinyl. With roots in Vancouver's dance and clubbing culture, repping SVS Style and Fly Antics B-Girl Crew, she's taken the energy from local cyphers and clubs to stages around the world, sharing bills with artists like Raphael Saadiq, SWV, DJ Premier, Talib Kweli, and Ghostface Killah, and so many more. Let's welcome the one and only DJ Bles-sed.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, yay, cheers. It's morning, almost,
yes.
Kind of, just past. But we're here having our coffees. Mm-hmm. We're here with some snacks. I've also brought you some wonderful pastries because I know you've mentioned you are a foodie. Right before we started the stream, we were talking about, okay, what restaurants in Van City DJ Bles-sed has to hit up. Mm-hmm. But this is actually from a baker and a restaurateur. Her name's Annabelle. And she used to do the pastries at Matchstick, at a bunch of different cafes in the city. And this just came out today. I don't know if you want to try it right here, right now. Maybe we have to do a first bite moment. This is a brand new, it's a yuzu matcha cheesecake.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I am a matcha fan. I love matcha. I make matcha at home. Every time I go out, I obviously do coffee.
Yes.
But matcha is my favorite too.
Okay, so maybe we do a first bite moment. You go first.
Okay, always take the top corner.
That's it. Yeah, they were so excited to introduce it to me at the bakery when I picked it up. They're like, this just came out. It's brand new. It's so good.
Where's the location?
So it's just on Columbia and Kiefer. So Chinatown.
Oh, wow.
Cheers, sis.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Oh, my God. I love matcha. I love cheesecake.
That's good.
This is too good.
This is too good to be true. This one is a cinnamon bun brioche, which is very soft and delicious, but oh my gosh, that was a hit. I'm so glad I chose to get that for you. I was like, I have a feeling Lynn's going to love this.
I love cheesecake. You remember Cheesecake, etc.?
Cheesecake,
etc.?
No. What's that?
This is an institution in Vancouver. My music teacher from high school, I went to Templeton.
Yes.
He introduced us, and I don't know why he was hanging out with us, but he took some of the choir. I was in the choir.
Yes.
To Cheesecake, etc. It's been there since the 70s. And the owners, he was a jazz musician. And some people know he used to play piano. Him and his wife, they put out albums and stuff. But the children, they since have passed, unfortunately. But the children took over. It's on Granville and 7th. And it's only open from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m., 7 days a week. And all they do is serve the best cheesecake in Vancouver.
What?
But this is amazing. This is amazing. But they're known, that's all they do. They have a few other things in coffee. Yeah. But cheesecake, etc. If you're from Vancouver, it's a must. It's a must to know.
Gosh.
I got to take my husband there actually on this weekend.
Yes.
But it's like the fluffiest. There's no crust, but it's the cheesecake, and then they just put whipped cream, and then the classic is strawberries.
Oh,
but it's so light and fluffy that you can't even really tell between the whipped cream and the cheesecake. And everyone that I've taken there, when they come to Vancouver, I always say you got to come to Cheesecake, etc. They end up buying 2 because the first time you have it, you literally inhale it because it's just like cheesecake air.
You're like, I didn't even try that. I need it again.
Yes. And then so they have dim lights and I mean, it's not the same as way back, but it still looks the same.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's still there. It should be there.
What is the etc.?
because etc. They have like they do baguettes with cream cheese and like fruit and stuff, and they have different. They have a special of the day. Like sometimes they'll have like I've had peaches. They do peach one, and they have a chocolate one, a chocolate cheesecake. But the classic cheesecake are strawberries and whipped cream, and obviously they have coffees and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But cheesecake, etc., is a Vancouver staple. That it should be there. I'm pretty sure it's still there.
We will check. I actually might do that and pick up some cheesecake for a birthday later.
Yes,
That's actually such
and
a good
they
idea.
sell whole cakes.
Yes.
You could take. It's
Foodie right here.
Yeah.
Oh, Lynn,
But
aka
this is amazing though. Yeah.
DJ Bles-sed, I'm so happy you're here and that we can make this conversation happen because, as you know, you are 125 interviews, live streams that have happened over the course of 4 seasons.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And there have been so many Van City creatives that have been on this show, especially within the dance and music world. And your name has been mentioned a few different times in terms of history, in terms of who was around during certain eras. And so now we have you sitting in this seat and we get to get your account to add to the archive of Van City history, especially between 2023 and 2026 right now.
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks so much for having me. And I'm so proud of you and everything in the show and what you've done and for what you should be interviewing. You should be sitting here.
We've had this conversation before with different people where they're like, who would be the person who would interview you, Kazi? And like, that is still a ... We shall see. But right now, it's about you.
Okay.
It's about you. And, I'm just thinking back to when I would have first met you. And I don't remember this exact moment, but I think my earliest memory of you might have been because, I was living in Toronto during my university years. And when I was coming back here, I was 19. So I was old enough to go out and go to the clubs. And Shine nightclub.
Oh, yes.
I think you were playing there. Your sister Anne-Marie also worked there.
Yes.
And my friends Addie and Huggy, they had taken me out to go out and you were DJing. And that was like one night that I remember where we were all standing outside getting some fresh air.
Yes.
And I guess the neighbors really hated the noise that would come out of Shine nightclub. And all of a sudden, an egg on my head. Like a neighbor, a neighbor got pissed and like threw an egg, and I was just the casualty, even though I wasn't the one making noise.
Yeah.
And then your sister brought me to the club and helped wash egg out of my hair.
Wait, Shine is the one that's on
Gastown
Water
underneath.
Street?
Yes.
Wait a
and
minute.
we would walk down the stairs to go underneath.
And then there was a back room, right?
Yes. You were DJing in the back room.
Okay.
It was like a red room or something.
Was I
like that.
playing probably Serato? I was playing digital, right? I don't know because when I first started one of my first residencies.
Yes.
Let's go way back.
Yeah.
Was in the back room. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I can't remember his name, but he started a night. It was all vinyl.
Is it Needle Knievel?
No, it was before Get Up, Get Down. Get Up, Get Down is another. We got to talk about that later. It was all vinyl because it wasn't invented yet. Like there was when I started, it wasn't digital yet. So it was probably 2002 in the back room. Oh my, I'm gonna remember it later. But so I played vinyl in the back room. That was one of my first regular. It was a Monday or Tuesday night. I think it was Tuesday night. Yeah,
wow.
Weekly. Yeah, in the back room.
So backtrack before we get into the 2000s era. I would love to know like your early beginnings. Like, where did you grow up and how did music and dance become part of your life?
Well, I'm very proud to say that I was pretty much here since, raised, Vancouverite. Music, like way back? Like how back?
Yeah, like in your childhood. Like how did music and dancing become part of your life?
Well, definitely music has always been part of my life. I was always listening to the radio, and keeping track of music, like songs that I liked. Like I remember regular pop songs, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember. I'm losing thought right now.
No, that's okay.
Because it's so way back. But definitely my older cousins were a big influence. And I'm actually going to see one of my older cousins, like family friends, tonight. And he would always have parties in his basement. And he was older, right? So I would be like the little 13-year-old or like in the staircase, like watching them all dance and stuff like that. And it was so cool because it was like 80s, new wave, and hip hop. But he was always such an influencer because of the parties that he did. But I remember the first time I heard Eric B. and Rakim, the Cold Cut, Paid in Full. He said, Lynn, come down. And there was a few other family friends that we'd always have family parties. You got to hear this song. And I remember hearing it for the first time. And that was like, that was the first like 80s hip hop song that like, you know, he shared with me. And it was interesting that he did that though, you know, like he said, hey, you got to hear this new, you know, song. But like, yeah, I fell in love with the hip hop right then and there, obviously. Yeah. But the upbringing, my dad obviously was a big influence. He had vinyl and he had, you know, like
reel to reel.
Oh my gosh. I have a photo that I posted on Instagram back in the day. You could see the vinyl and the reel to reel in the background. Unfortunately, I didn't inherit his collection because he gave it to my uncle. No. But I would have loved to have that, you know, a lot of Earth, Wind and Fire, you know, a lot of soul. And actually, I remember even clubbing with him with my parents when we were really young. Yeah. I don't even know how they were allowed to bring us, but we would go to dance parties, like I guess, like, you know, them dancing, and I would be young, dancing in between their legs and stuff. Yeah. But I've always loved music. Oh, I have this, now I remember what I was going to say. Yeah. Remember Columbia Music? No. Columbia Music, where you can order online. They would have advertisements on, you know, TV or magazines. And I remember I was 12, and I ordered cassette tapes. Because it was like, you know, 12 for like, I don't know, I can't remember how much it was. Yeah. And I don't even know how they sent it to me. I didn't have a credit card or anything, but I just, I mail ordered these
Maybe
cassette
you sent
tapes.
A check.
But I don't even have a check.
Maybe your parents?
Well, what happened was I just remember getting a letter saying that they found out that I was underage, so they didn't charge me. But it's interesting that they sent me the cassette tapes. I remember buying, obviously, Michael Jackson. I remember, you know, Orange Juice Jones, remember? In the Rain, the Rain song. Yeah. And all these soul artists, you know, that I had. So anyways, it's just interesting. I got a free collection of cassette tapes from Columbia Music House. When I was 12. So I've just always been into it.
I love
But
that.
I wish I was collecting vinyl back then, but I wasn't yet.
I know, right? If only we knew what we know now.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Like we never would have gotten rid of any of it.
And cassette tapes too. Like I'm collecting cassette tapes now again, you know.
Oh, I love that.
I mean, I have been, like I'll go shopping for vinyl, but if I see cassette tapes, I'll always grab them because I have a boombox at home that is, you know, obviously cassette tapes, but it also has a vinyl record player in it.
What?
And I keep on, the summer goes by and I always forget to bring it out.
That must be huge.
It's actually just like this square, like it's in my house. Like, it's like, it's a cute, it's not too big. It's not like one of those
But you can also play vinyl.
Yeah, so it's more like, it's like a, it comes out. It comes out, something comes out, and then you could put the vinyl. But I remember playing a 45 on it. I wonder if I can't remember if it takes 12 inches. Maybe it's just 45s. I'll take a picture and
please
show it to you.
So you came up rooted in Vancouver's dance and clubbing culture.
Yeah.
I'm curious about how SVS and also Fly Antics, which crew came first and how did that start for you?
So the first one, I remember entering a dance competition with my friend Grace. Yeah. And we were just talking today because I had to remember how long ago. And she was like maybe 14 and I think I was 16. And Metrotown. There was a competition, Metrotown. Jarek was there and his dance crew, and they won. They were called Front Page. Do you remember Front Page?
No, he talked about this in his interview. Everyone talked, and Flip Out has talked about a competition at Metrotown as well. I was connecting dots.
So Grace and I were in it. We just, you know, we have no experience. Like we're street, you know, like we didn't have any formal training. Yeah. But I remember we entered, and she might still actually have the video. But Front Page was there, like all the dance crews back then. That was an epic moment, that dance competition.
Do you remember what year that would have been?
Oh my gosh, if I was 16, I can't do math. And I don't want to tell my age.
But the 90s.
No.
Early 2000s?
Early 90s. Definitely early 90s. It might have been, okay, wait a minute. If I graduated, and I'm not going to say the year I graduated. Okay, what? Yeah, I graduated in 93, whatever. 93 to infinity. Yeah. So then it might have been 89.
Okay. At Metrotown Mall?
Or 1990.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1990 at Metrotown. They had a stage in the food court.
That's amazing.
I'm trying to remember who else was there.
So this was SVS Style?
No, I wasn't even in a crew yet.
Okay.
I was just dancing with friends. So, we would just dance. And then the first official crew is Explicit. Okay. So I have to mention that.
Yes.
Explicit was our first crew, and it was Grace, Mel, and Lorelei, who eventually we formed SVS later down the road together. But so it was Explicit first, and then we started SVS Style. So SVS Studio stands for Street versus Studio because we didn't come from studio. And we started teaching classes at Collingwood Neighborhood House in 1996. And I have the flyer. We still have the flyer.
Oh my God.
And it said $2. $2 drop-in class.
I love that.
And we just mostly focused on ladies, women. Yeah. But we started teaching teenagers to adults, and then eventually we taught toddlers. We had Anne-Marie, actually, my sister, was teaching the SVS kids classes.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we had an intermediate class. But the adults, eventually, I don't know when we officially started getting them to perform, but they performed as the SVS Style Dance Crew, an all-female crew. But they were already 19, so we could, be in the clubs or whatever. So I sent you some videos of that. Some of them is on YouTube. So yeah, SVS was definitely the one that most people saw in the clubs. We would do release parties for Universal Music.
Wow.
So we did a Cassie release party.
What?
Yeah, it's all in there. And then Stu and Mark Generoso, Stewie.
Yes.
They performed with us too at Plush.
Yes.
So we would always we would perform regularly on all the club circuits. Thanks to all friends, because they knew they would give us these opportunities. And Sean Lala, rest in peace, was a big part of that because he worked for Universal at the time. So he would book us to perform a lot.
That is so cool. And then Fly Antics?
So Fly Antics was, so if that SVS, Fly Antics was around the same time at the beginning of SVS. So that was probably 2000 to 2003. To shout out to all the girls, and I didn't get a chance to see Mel's birthday's next week, Miss Finesse, Maria. Oh my God, I feel bad.
No, that's okay.
But yeah, so that was fun because we would do road trips, and we would fly out to Miami to all these B-girl events, competitions and stuff. Like obviously they would enter, but I would just, come along. I didn't. Oh, I have to mention one thing, actually. We did enter one competition in LA, the Los Angeles Dance, LA UDF. I can't remember what it stands for, but too bad we don't have that on video. But I'll never forget, because we entered this B-girl battle. Yeah. And then the girls that we won. So everyone was like, "Oh my God, these Canadians, where do they come from?" And they win this B-girl, the B-girl competition portion of this competition. The girl group that got second called us out in the hotel room. They're like, "No, you robbed us. We should have won. Blah blah blah. We're gonna have a battle right now in the lobby."
Yes.
This video is somewhere, and if we can find it. So we're like, from Canada, and we're like, "Oh my God, these girls are from the Bay," and and we're like,
calling us out.
They're calling us out. Yeah. And they were tough, they're like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So we're like, well, we can't say no.
Yes, you can't.
Someone somehow, I guess, had a boom box or whatever. I don't know where the music came from, but it was raw. Like, it was scary. But I went in there. Yeah. We all went in there. Yeah. But I don't know, like, if it wasn't really like about who won, because we ended up being friends with these girls. They were so sweet after, and I wish I kept in touch with them. And I don't know if they're but that was, this is 2003. So, but yeah, we did a battle in the lobby in LA. We're like,
that is the real stuff right there. Those moments where you're like, you know what? I don't know if you should have won, so we're going to battle it out right here, right now. Yeah. And those moments are just like in people's memories,
Totally. But I know that it was videotaped. I remember seeing it at one point. I don't know if we'll ever see it, but that's definitely in my memory. I'm like, I can't believe that we went to LA, won a competition, and then got called out and battled another B-girl crew in the lobby. But the girls will remember that. And then the other video, which I'm going to dig up for you, but send you another time. But the Richards on Richards dance competition, and even the I can't remember. All the crews were in that competition, and it was by oh my God, Felix, and it was Fubu.
Oh my gosh!
You remember
the brand?
Sorry, no, it's not Fubu. Sorry, oh my God, it's not the brand. Sorry, it's they were promoters, but Felix, I'm sorry, I can't remember. Yeah, they were promoters way back, like Filipino promoters. Yeah, and they held the dance competition, and I was able to dig up. He still had the video, so luckily he still had the video, and I had it on my phone. I think I posted it on Instagram. I lost it, but I'll get a copy of it. But everyone was in this competition as well, and that video is an awesome video of history as well. The Richards on Richards dance competition.
I love that.
So Fly Antics, we didn't win, but we ended up we definitely did great with that. And we also did a little bit of touring around BC. Actually, we were in the newspaper. Fly Antics. I think we have the clipping somewhere. Yeah. Someone has the clipping. But yeah, we were in the newspaper for a little bit, but that was fun. So yeah, Monica, yeah.
Wow, what a part of history. Yeah. So then, were you DJing already at this point, or how did you get into it?
At the same time. So I started B-girling and started DJing at the same time. But I remember at that time I wanted to focus on one, so I ended up I stopped B-girling. The crew continued and battled and whatever they did, and then JK ended up joining the Fly Antics too near the end. But I was already focusing on DJing. Okay. So yeah.
Who taught you, and how did you get into DJing?
So I was dating a guy at the time. Yes. And he was a well-known b-boy originally from I don't know if I should say anything about it, but he was moving to Toronto, and he had 2 crates of the dopest records of obviously 80s and 90s hip hop, funk, electro, and he just left them for me. So that was my first collection. And then I had another DJ friend who was traveling a lot, and he's like, I need a place to store my turntables. So he's left it at my house. So, and a mixer. And he taught me, OJ, I should shout him out. He's actually still in Vancouver. Yes. He taught me how to basically beat match and mix, And I remember having a notebook and writing down, I can't remember if I was writing down BPMs, but it wasn't it wasn't really BPMs, because everything was by ear, right? Right. But I just remember having a notepad and writing down, I don't know what I was writing, but anyways, he taught me the basics. Some
sort of system for yourself.
Some sort of system to remember, beat matching. But basically I practiced, and, I made sure I knew how to, mix before I went out, outside, So he taught me. And then my first gig, like I was telling you earlier, shout out to Local Boy and Relly, because they were already DJing. They had a night at Purple Onion, we're going way back. Purple Onion, and it was like a Monday or Tuesday weekly. Imagine back in the days we used to go out Mondays and Tuesday nights weekly and these events. Yes. And thanks to them, they gave me my first gig, and I think there was 5 people there.
I love that.
But it was awesome. I just did a thing. I think I just did a 30-minute set, but obviously it was 90s hip hop and
vinyl.
Vinyl. Yeah. So then that was my first gig, and then after that, everything just started rolling, and I'm just so grateful to the community, all the DJ friends and promoters that gave me opportunities, and then like I mentioned earlier, Shine in the back room. You could enter from the back room. Remember, you didn't have to go to the front. That was I was playing there, and I'm sorry, I can't remember his name, but that was my first residency, and then obviously, what's that other club that was was on Water Street, and then they had an upstairs room. Oh, the little room upstairs, and it was G-Man and Risk. It was one of their first nights. My memory.
Are we talking about Fortune?
No, not Fortune. Before Fortune, before they had their own club, they were doing nights. It was actually close to my house, Abbott and Water Street. Yeah. It was a big staple club in Vancouver.
Alexander, what would have been? Honestly, I would have been too young for this.
Yeah. No, it was. Oh my gosh, everybody did events there, but they did events there weekly. And obviously, the one on Seymour, was it Seymour? Atlantis?
Oh yeah, Atlantis was a club.
Yeah. So those were all the spots. Like I was, and then, I mean, that's way back. Yeah.
I love that. Did you feel like as you were first starting to DJ that it was a really supportive environment, especially since it's such a male-dominated thing back then?
It was supportive, actually. It was really supportive, and I didn't know any other women that were DJing for hip hop and R&B. I think I was the only one at that in that early stage.
Yeah,
and then of course, Nina Mendoza.
Yes.
Yeah. So she came on, and then we started playing together a lot, like the old Hastings set parties. I don't know if you remember that. And then she obviously was promoting her own nights, so she would have me guest and stuff like that. But we would do a lot of stuff together. And obviously Sammy Joe, she was doing events, and so yeah, it was busy and it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
What an era.
Yeah. Oh, Ecstasy. Shout out to Will. Ecstasy, and they were doing their events, so I play with them.
I love that
as well.
How did the connection between DJs and dancers, especially coming from a dance background to like street dance background, influence the way you played the music?
Oh, it's a huge part of it. I have to shout out to Needle Knievel as well, because I don't want to forget to mention Get Up Get Down, because that is like, if you were around that era, people will never forget Get Up Get Down at Tokyo Lounge upstairs in what street was that? Oh my gosh. Anyways, downtown. But we had the place lined up, and it was the first place where I really felt like, okay, we got something special here, because we would do whatever. Actually, that was before digital, so it was all vinyl. Who was part of that? Everybody, like obviously Marvel, Cut Corners, Seko, Needle Knievel. They were all residents, obviously Headspin. But yeah, that was my first, like, okay, this is my, like, a night that I was, like, really proud of. Tokyo Lounge, were you too young?
No, too young.
But yeah, we had B-boys in there. We had all kinds of dancers. And I think that was the first night where you got to listen to hip-hop, R&B, funk, soul, disco, reggae, all in one night. And we would mix it up. But we would have 3 ciphers going at a time. So you would, you know what I mean? So it was all styles. But like, yeah, I just remember we would it was the best party.
I love that.
Yeah. And Rec made the flyer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he made one of the... Yeah.
Have you been to his restaurant, Pizza Coming Soon?
Yeah. I played there actually last year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All the restaurants, all the projects he's done is just amazing. He's amazing.
You're talking about a very specific era that I was not, unfortunately, old enough to be in that scene at that time. Yeah. But, you know how a lot of people say, or like just like complain on Vancouver?
Really?
And like people who come here, they'll complain about wanting to be in Toronto or Montreal, where the culture is at, where there's so much music and dancing and all of this, and just also the support of their city or, their province, etc., etc. But like at that time, and then, people will like go and move to these places or move to LA or move to New York. Like, do you feel that at that time there was that kind of energy, or that people felt like we have something special and they repped what we had?
Totally. We had our, I gotta go way back. Sorry, all these memories.
Yeah.
You're bringing up all these memories. But yeah, no, we had it. Obviously, like Flip Out and J Swing and Chemo, if it wasn't for them, and Kilo C, like he obviously, the Crispy Biscuit radio show, like that's, if we wouldn't have known about 90s hip hop, we wouldn't have a scene if it wasn't for them, And they did a night. Oh, and obviously G-Man, he's like, I remember my first parties was going to his parties, and he would merge like the skate scene and the hip hop scene together. And but the first parties that they did together were like the Halloween. I don't know if it was just him, but Halloween parties. It's all about these Halloween parties. Speaking of Halloween parties, and then when we were of age, what is that place on Richards? There was a bar on Richards.
Okay,
that was like our spot, and it wasn't a huge hip hop scene back then in the 90s. Everybody knew everybody. But yeah, Chemo, J Swing, and Flip Out were the residents. They'll remember that club. But that was it. But we had a scene. Yeah, we definitely had a scene. And thanks to Shamlala again, he brought his Spectrum Entertainment. Like, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be having the shows and the concerts. He was bringing all the artists down. So I remember seeing, like, even underground hip hop, like Dilated Peoples and, Freestyle Fellowship, like they came out, like he was bringing
these acts to Vancouver.
Acts, like obviously Far Side and, Souls of Mischief, so we had a scene. We had it. We still, but yeah. It was fun back then. Wow.
What an era. I love that.
I'm actually reliving it in my mind as we're speaking. And I'm like, wow, we did have it. Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.
And B-boys too. Like back then. Do you remember, what is it called? Oh my God.
Is it a crew or
it's an event? It was an event that they had, an annual event. And I remember Crazy Legs came out to guest. But they would have a hip hop competition, a B-boy, B-girl competition, and all in one. And
where would it have been?
It was big. It was huge. It was at the Peony, at the Peony Coliseum. It was a big hip hop annual festival. I think Jam is in the name.
You know what? We've had some of our OGs on the show reference this event that happened. But they're talking about one that happened in the 80s. Are you talking about one that happened in the 80s or it came?
It was more like late, maybe early 90s.
So it might have been a continuation of that event.
Yes, but I just remember it was big. And I remember entering those as a hip hop dancer.
Wow.
A hip hop competition. I wasn't even in explicit. I didn't even have a crew yet.
Is there any videos or footage or photos
there has
from
to
that?
Be. I remembered having this conversation with someone recently and I remembered the name. But I forgot it today. Something Jam, was it?
Something Jam. Every that's literally what those are. They are jams. That's so funny.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
We'll find out. We'll find out later. We'll do our reference checks. But I definitely, now that we're talking about all of this, you've brought up this idea in my mind where I'm like, I really want to get like the photos and videos and just like piece the timelines together for all of Van City, especially within the dance community, but also within the music and DJing community, so that we see that history and know it. I literally was having this conversation with Olivia, shout outs to Olivia, who is newer generation within the street dance community, and she's the one who's helping organize Ladies First, that the jam that's coming up next month.
Nice.
It's a street dance battle that is focused specifically in amplifying and uplifting the women who've come up in street dance. And she was just saying, like, she thinks it's so important for the younger gen to know who came before, and that, like, there's this disconnect happening with, like, as you came up, because you were living more in an IRL, real life, off of social media, off of the internet, because we weren't really using the internet like that. That there was more of a person-to-person passing of knowledge, right? Passing down of knowledge and mentorship. And you had to do that in real life. But now it feels a bit more fragmented because of social media, internet, technology, and that they don't have access or know who came before, and that more of that knowledge sharing and exchanging could happen.
Well, that's why you have the show.
This is it.
This is why. If you want to know,
Okay, switching topics. I would love to know, how do you approach building a set? Like, are you thinking about the story of the music, or like the theme, or, the dancers? Like, what's your approach?
Good, very, very, very good question. Programming that's basically it. Like, I think it's so important as a DJ to do that. And because you literally are taking people on a journey. Like, there is a formula to, like, opening the night. So if you're an opening DJ, there's etiquette that I feel like is lost.
Like what?
Like, when you're opening DJ, right, you have to warm it up. So you start off with like, depending on the night, you know what I mean? But you always want to warm it up and then save like the more like hype songs or whatever, like for the high energy, for peak time, and then take it down again to bring down the energy. So it's really energy control. We are controlling the frequencies of the room, and the music that we select is, basically, the frequency.
Yeah.
So music selection is so obviously important, but programming the right songs to create the right energy that you're trying to, for the room is important. So it depends on the theme. If the night has a theme, and I love themes, I definitely love themes.
What are your favorite themes?
Well, I have a night that I do, like my favorite we did last night, and I was so happy to do it in Vancouver for the first time. But I started it when I was actually here, Moments in Love. So now it's obviously in New York, but we did it with Clint, and I got to reunite with Clint, and we did all 45s. So it's slow jams. But it's not just slow jams. It's songs about love, inspired by love. So we started off with like, I played a little bit, no one was there yet, 90s R&B. Yeah. And then we did, 80s, obviously, boogie and stuff like that. But we ended with slow jams for the last hour. So that's one of my theme nights. I also do an 80s versus 90s night, all 45s. But this actually, currently,
a vibe called
Bles-sed. So this is a party that we do. And maybe one day we'll do it here too. But yeah, so this we play everything like similar to kind of Get Up, Get Down, you know what I mean? So we'll play R&B, hip hop, funk, soul, neo soul, but we'll even play salsa. We'll play, new stuff, Ketra, whatever, mix it all in, house, classic house. So it's a little bit of everything, but all, soulful and funk and for the dancers, So we have, ciphers, too. There in Brooklyn. Oh yeah, you were there.
Yes, I love that. The last time I saw or came to that party, it was at the Ace Hotel.
Yeah.
And that was super fun. And I just loved, there was one track and everyone said at the same time, Brooklyn. I'm like, we're in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And people just repped it so hard. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Are there any moments from that really stand out to you from those experiences of having had the privilege and honor to DJ and open up for those artists that I named earlier, like Raphael Saadiq, SWV, Premier?
Sorry.
Do you have any moments that really stand out from having gotten those opportunities?
It's like, honestly, it's like I'm really just grateful. Like, I'm so grateful and blessed. And it's funny because that's my name. Yeah. But I can't even pinpoint. It's hard because there's so much that has happened, But some of the moments, was here in Vancouver. When I opened up for Raphael Saadiq, it was at Richards on Richards, and it was small. It should have been a bigger place, but it was cute. It was intimate.
Yeah.
And moments. And obviously these are the first earlier, but at what's the big Commodore Ballroom?
Oh yeah.
I was on stage when I opened up for Estelle.
Oh my gosh.
So I can't remember how many people can fit in there. So I just
couple thousand, I think.
Yeah. So those were, because those are my earlier moments that I remember. But now it's opening at for Ghostface at the Apollo.
Crazy.
At the Apollo Theater. And I was like, what am I doing here? How did I get here? You know what I mean? But I'm just grateful. I'm so grateful to everybody that's ever given me an opportunity, and all the friends and family who've supported, and, obviously from Vancouver,
International.
And, yeah.
How did you come up with the name DJ Bles-sed?
Ooh, that's a good question too. So I had a friend who was a b-boy in San Diego, and that I met through my cousin. Anyways, he was a poet. He would write, and I told him I needed to think of a name for my dance crew at the time. And he gave me two options. He said Bles-sed or Explicit. So I went with Explicit because we're an all women dance crew. Yeah. And it sounded more sexier. And that was our style, like a sexy kind of hip hop. Yeah. And then I said, but I like this one too. Can I use it for my name as a dancer? So it was actually my dancer name first. Wow. It was my dancer name first. And then when I started DJing, I kept it for the DJing. And basically it was just, being blessed, But he hyphenated it. And people always ask me, why do you hyphenate it? Because you want to make sure you pronounce it as Bles-sed.
Right.
But yeah, I I wish I could find that. He wrote a letter of explaining why he came up with that name. I might have, I don't think I have it anymore. I might have it. I gotta look for it.
So much deep into the archives.
Yeah.
So another fun memory I have of
Yes.
you is like us intersecting during both of our Mexico life chapters.
Woo!
We have had during the Pandy, the
Yeah.
Panini,
Yeah.
which would have been around like 2021.
2021.
Yeah, we were both in Tulum at the same time. Anyway, you know, you have played on so many different stages from Canada, Asia, the US, Mexico.
Yeah.
How does the energy of the dance floors change from place to place? And how and in what ways do they stay the same?
Oh, that's a really good question too. They change from place to place because the audiences, obviously the people are different. But in the ways that they stay the same is through the music, because I stay true to what I like love to play. And that's the thing is like, there's that fine line. Like some people, you know, they're like, okay, I'm open format. I can play everything. I can play, you know what I mean? And obviously that's where the money's at, you know, the corporate gigs where you play whatever they want you to play. But for the most part, I'm proud to say that I've always stuck to true to what I like, the kind of music, which is R&B, hip hop, funk, soul, boogie, you know?
Yes.
And a little bit of everything, you know? But though, like, when I stay true to that, I basically take that sound and energy everywhere I go. So it kind of feels the same. It's different, but it's still the same because I'm still playing, you know, the same kind of sound
Yes.
that I like.
Well, and especially during that time of living that Mexico
Yeah.
life chapter, like we're now in another country. This is a Spanish speaking country, and that music is always going to be at the forefront. So
Yeah.
it felt like pieces of home.
Yes.
And that it attracted also people who are going to appreciate that sound.
Yes.
And that is what I really love, because that was part of, I think in the end, what made me realize like I was ready to leave and move on from Mexico, was because
Yeah.
I was like, I actually really love this music.
Yeah.
And that although I appreciate salsa, cumbia,
Yeah.
reggaeton, like all of those genres, and I did learn to speak Spanish,
Good.
but
That's awesome.
yes, but like it wasn't like second nature to me in terms of the music that I really feel moves my soul, you know? And it was during that time where I'm like, oh, it really is like Black American music
Yeah.
that really moves my soul, and that music I'm gonna find more here on this part of the world.
Yeah.
And ultimately that's like kind of like what also like led me to come back.
Did you
know?
actually come to see me? Did I DJ?
Yes.
In
Tulum.
Tulum, where?
I forgot where, but you also, Leah was throwing
Yes.
the party too. And I met my friend Sade. Do you remember
yes,
Sade,
I
the yoga
remember.
teacher?
Yes.
Yes, Sade and I ended up becoming really good friends. Shout outs to
Oh,
Sade.
yes.
Love you. Yeah. She did one DJ set at your...
Do you remember the venue?
No.
Was it in?
It was upstairs on a like...
Oh, Elixir.
thing. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's
Yeah,
right.
okay, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
and I, like that... Oh, and you had the drummer, JB. JB,
Yes,
the
yes,
drummer.
yeah, from Toronto.
Yes.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
I'd
okay,
met
yeah,
actually and known from before too.
You really?
Yes.
Oh my
That's why we
gosh.
were tripping. We're like,
Oh
wait.
yeah, because you were in Toronto.
Yeah,
yeah.
we had mutual friends. But anyway, it was like a worldwide network, you know?
Wow.
It was so good. Okay, another fun question. You know, you've seen the culture evolve over the last 2 decades, which is amazing to be able to say you've been you've been DJing and practicing the art of turntablism for 2 decades. How has DJing changed when you first started, and how, like, especially from your perspective of witnessing it evolve?
Well, obviously a change is, you know, going from like the vinyl culture to digital, and then now going back to vinyl, you know, and now mostly 90% of the gigs that I do is on vinyl, and actually 45s now. So that's like, I love, that's what we did last night, but I love 45s. But it changed because it's a lot easier now to become DJ.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sure people say that all the time, because when I went digital, you know, you could just pretty much get a controller. Now with social media, anyone could just change their profile to DJ, even though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's changed because there's so many more DJs, but like finding people that still follow the same kind of like values of what it means to be, you know, like a DJ, like really being careful, like the question about programming, like making sure that, you know, like the songs and the sets make sense and they flow. I think that is getting lost a little bit, unfortunately. And you'll see people talk about it on a lot of podcasts, you know, like it's just, because it's so easy now to be a DJ. And other opportunities are now, like, if you just have a really good social media presence, you can get the gigs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or even lack of experience. But growing up, back in the day, you couldn't just be a DJ. You really had to be good to get booked, you know? Like, you really have to have the skill to get booked, you know? So it's changed in that way. I feel like the newer, I think if I could make a suggestion, like, I think newer DJs definitely need to go, like you said, go to the archives, study the greats, study the legends that are, you know, and see, you know, get inspired by the art of DJing. The art is not, you know.
The values that you are talking about,
Yeah.
what were the values that you feel you inherited from the art of DJing?
Okay, well, definitely the flow or programming, whatever you want to call it, like basically making sure like your sets actually make sense and you know, really carry the floor, the dance floor, you know what I mean? And like making sense. Like, I'll never just play two songs, just like, you know, like now people will just see, oh, the BPM's matched, let's just play these two songs together, or mix whenever they want to mix it. No, like there's like obviously parts of the song, things sound better, you know, when you're blending or whatever, mixing, and certain songs sound obviously better together. So I know like some people have different styles, but for me, I like to take people in eras. So I'll take you, if we're going to do 80s, we're going to go 80s for a little bit, and then we're going to go 90s. But it's not even just the decades. It's like there are certain songs that were played in the clubs at the time. So when it's almost like you're going back in time, hearing the same songs, like the same kind of,
The way it was presented.
the way it was played back then. You had to be there though, right? To know what it was like when it was played back then and what made it sound good together. Like, sorry, I'm not making sense right now, but
No.
and
you can
then,
use examples if you're thinking examples in your head.
yeah, like being in New York now, like Spinna, like there, like obviously DJ Jazzy Jeff, like there, you know, like there's certain DJs you can see they have a certain style. You know what I mean? And the sets make sense. You know what I mean? Instead of just putting a bunch of songs together and playing it.
Yeah.
Like there's that art, you know, of so that's what I do is I like to take people on little let's go back in time to this era here, you know, and play them together. So I'll play mixed genres, but I'll make sure that I still kind of keep people in a pocket. Like, I don't really like to jump around in different genres too much. And like, if I go from hip hop to reggae, I'll probably play a reggae hip hop song to kind of segue. So that's the thing, is like segueing, making sure like even if you're crossing genres, that there's still a connection between the songs that you're playing.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah.
It makes sense. I feel like that is the job of a DJ.
And then the etiquette thing too, right? Like playing what should be a good warm-up set, you know what I mean? And then closing it down with a close, you know? So there's certain formulas that I learned from going out. I mean, I wish I was, you know, traveling more and, you know, hearing, but like even in Vancouver, there was some great DJs, you know,
to learn from.
Yeah, to see.
Is there anything that you're noticing in terms of like a habit or a way in which the younger current generation of DJs are doing that you're like, that is not how I grew up? You know, but that, like, of course, what you just said, putting random songs together to just match because of BPM, but like, is there anything else that you're noticing that you're like, you
mixing,
know?
Obviously not supposed to mix during the verses and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, you know,
mixing during verses. Yeah.
Mixing during verses, or mixing too quickly, like, or like not like, I mean, there's a certain style, like some people mix really quickly, and I know at least, want to do like a verse and a chorus. It depends on the vibe and the party, but like now I'm going back to letting it breathe a little. I know sometimes but I definitely love to let it breathe a little bit more. And we're just, unfortunately, people that can't even mix are getting gigs out there. You know what I mean? Like, and they're not even mixing. They're just dropping the songs. So they need and then like obviously the train wreck. Everyone doesn't want a train wreck.
Right.
But now they're not even mixing the songs at all. Like they're just literally like button, 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 button. You know what I mean? So I would recommend, even if you never want to play vinyl, it would be great if you did. But even if you never want to play vinyl, like still use it as if it's turntables.
Yeah, learn to
beat
match.
Yeah, and like I'm not a turntablist, but like baby scratching in it. Like I notice people are just more button pushers. Like they tend to just do the buttons.
Yeah.
Instead of actually like, baby mix it in. You know what I mean? But yeah, mixing is important.
AKA what a DJ does. OMG.
I feel like I'm being mean.
Yeah, being a what? A tita?
Yeah.
That's so funny. Well, then after 20 years in the game, what continues to excite you about DJing? And as you said, like you witnessed it start in vinyl, then go digital, and now vinyl is being celebrated again. Yeah. What are you excited about? And where it's going? Oh,
where it's going? Well, I just love that new DJs are just doing. I meet DJs that are just doing vinyl. I mean, they do end up doing both, but I've met a lot of amazing women DJs actually, and they just started on vinyl and they're focusing on that, which is beautiful. Like they're some are not even. I mean, I don't know if they ever plan to, but I love that the vinyl culture is attracting a new generation of vinyl DJs. Which is so nice to see, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
What dreams or aspirations do you maybe have for this coming year?
For this coming year? I actually want to do the mentorship and pass it down. So I started teaching.
Okay.
Actually in Mexico. I was always teaching some friends here and there.
Yes.
But I officially started my Respect the Technique, like to teach women in Mexico. So I was teaching obviously digital because we didn't have turntables in Mexico, and then I've continued it now. I want to start doing more, bringing, I don't know what, women, together. So I have a lot of people that are always asking me, I want to learn and everything, and I could teach officially, but I want to continue to build more community. So like around getting the new generation of DJs to meet like more veterans and give them an opportunity to connect the dots or connect the, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I feel like the torch is not getting passed down as much, so I definitely want to just continue doing it more. And I don't know if I can say it, but I definitely want to do retreats in Mexico with this is something, I don't know, someone may take the idea, but bring women together and like learn and build on their craft and then play together. You know what I mean? Ooh. And I would love to do it in Mexico. I'd love to do it. Connection to Mexico is always going to be there.
Yes. Oh, I love that. That's a great idea. Something that's more like culture and art and music focused.
So imagine like you come together with like a few other women, and then we highlight like someone who specializes in turntablism, maybe specializes in like, I don't know, but like learn from, and then get that younger generation to learn how to DJ while you're on vacation. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then after.
While you're on vacation, while you're in the sunshine, while you're eating tacos, while you're having cervezas.
Yeah. And then after that, we could all play together, because we're definitely, we're going to be doing this in Mexico for sure. You know what I mean? So giving them an opportunity to have their first gig, as well at the same time by the end of it, and a mixtape. So this is something I've been thinking about for so long. I got to just do it this year. This year or next year. Yeah.
Year of the Fire Horse. You got this, sis.
Yeah, the Fire Horse.
Okay, well, we are actually nearing towards the end. Like, can you believe an hour is almost gone? But I could not let you go without doing a fun rapid fire round of questions.
I'm nervous!
No, no, no.
I've been nervous this whole time too.
You got this.
Like,
here, take a deep breath. We'll have a cheers. Okay. We'll have a moment.
I'm so bad at quizzes.
It's not a quiz. It's literally answers for your own self. You're so funny.
Okay.
So, don't overthink. Just first thing that comes to your mind. It's all good. Okay. No matter where you've been, one record that always works on the dance floor.
Don't Walk Away. Jade.
First record you remember loving as a kid.
Thriller.
Oh, it's so good.
What? No, sorry.
Yeah.
Obviously Thriller.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson, Control.
Control.
I remember having the cassette tape, and that was like Pleasure Principle. Everybody knows it's my favorite song. I do the Halloween costume every year.
I love it. Dream artist to DJ for.
Ooh, this is hard.
You can name a few if you want.
Well, there's one that I'm going to say, just because I met her last year, and I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what to say, and she was so down to earth. Her.
Oh!
She was at the Filipino festival. Not Filipino festival. It was a Brooklyn festival.
Yeah.
And they had a Filipino restaurant, and she just was there walking around, just hanging out. But people were lining up to take pictures with her. Yeah. But I just remember being so shy.
Yeah.
But that would be amazing because I know she does a festival in Cali, right?
Oh, really?
She has her own music festival that she does. Yeah, she does. Yeah.
LA?
Yeah,
I should look it up.
Yeah, she does an annual festival, and then she brings out all her favorite artists and stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, no, I want to go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
meet up. Let's meet up.
I have a feeling I'm going to meet her again, and that she'll remember me.
Said it on the show. One artist whose catalog you could play all night.
Well, this is what I was hoping to do this year, and I've been talking about it. I want to do a Janet tribute. Janet's go, you know what I mean? But that was what was the question?
Oh, one artist whose catalog you could play all night.
Oh yeah.
Janet Jackson.
Yeah. Or there's so many that I can't pick, but I have to say because that's something that's been on my mind. Is to do a night where it's yeah. I did one before, but someone else organized a party, but I want to do my own Janet Jackson tribute night.
I love it. The best feeling as a DJ is
when you see people dancing, when you have a dance floor that's full, and you know what I mean, and just people just really feeling what we're putting out there, just seeing ciphers and stuff like that. When I see a b-boy cipher, I know I'm doing something right.
Your go-to record digging spot in the city or or a shop in Vancouver?
Ooh, well, obviously I grew up on Beach Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still have to come pay a visit. And actually, oh my God, I'm blanking.
It's right over there too. You can just go over. Which one? Zulu Records?
The owner. The owner. I'm blanking up because he used to be a resident. He used to be a resident too.
Yeah.
He would play regularly at Get Up and Get Down, and I have to mention Dale and Relly Rells as well.
Yes.
They were part of Get Up, Get Down. But, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. I can't remember. Anyways, that was my go-to spot back then.
Yes.
And if I was, that's the spot.
Beat Street's the vibe. Okay, a DJ who deeply inspires you.
Ooh. Well, I named a couple of them already.
Yes.
Spinna and Jazzy Jeff. But yeah, those everyone's favorites too. Yeah.
Last record you bought.
Wait. Who? There's so many. I have to. Oh my God.
How about a female DJ that?
Ooh. Oh, I don't know why I'm blanking out right now.
Yeah.
That inspires me.
Yeah, that deeply inspires you.
I don't know why I'm blanking out right now.
It's okay. If it comes back, we jump back to it. But the last record you bought.
Oh. Well, yeah, the one that posted on Instagram recently was a Jimmy Williams, and it's a boogie track. And shout out to my Montreal era, Voyage Fantastique and Wallapie.
Yes.
But I actually bought it on Discogs, and he hit me up. He's like, you're buying, this is me. So I bought it from Wallapie.
Oh, I love that.
All my lovin'.
Okay.
Yeah. Jimmy Williams.
Favorite late night food after a gig?
Oh, obviously Chinese food. But you know, it's not
Hits.
like. But by now, it's at this age, I'm like, just pretty much go home.
Yeah.
But back in the day, we used to always go to diners and Chinese food. But like, yeah, Chinese food all day, every day.
Yummy.
Chinatown barbecue.
That's why you're craving it. Chinatown barbecue after this. Best sound system you've ever played on in the world?
Oh, in the world.
Yeah, anywhere.
Okay, so then it wouldn't count like a venue, like a theater, because it have to be like a club.
Up to you. Wherever you felt like, oh my gosh, this is the best sound system I've ever played on.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. Well, I have to give a shout out to Fortune because they were the first one to have the
function ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
But currently, yeah, I mean, sound system is really important. Well, definitely the vinyl bars, like the whole.
You played at Dante's Hi-Fi.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Dante.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounded good in there.
There's so many hi-fi bars now. Like that's the thing, and of course analog with the vinyl. So like there's so many amazing sound systems. Like that focus on that.
So good. A place you haven't DJ'd yet but want to.
Ooh. Well, definitely like I mean, it's still nerve-wracking to even think of it, but where. But yeah, festivals, like, I mean, the smaller ones here and there, but.
You would like to do some bigger festivals.
Well, I don't know. Do I really want to?
I mean, you wouldn't be upset if you got invited. Come on.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be upset.
Like Essence Fest, the one that happens in, I think it's in like New Orleans or something.
Oh,
that's a big hip hop R&B one.
Yeah. I don't know why I need to think on that one, but yeah, like just a party that I would like.
Sure. You're so funny, girl. This is rapid fire. You're like taking my time. Only time to ever answer this question. You're so funny. But if it comes up in your mind,
yes.
3 records you always keep in your crate, just in case.
Wow.
Like you never take them out.
Well, definitely the J, Don't Walk Away.
Yes.
Like Soul Makossa.
Okay.
Need like hip hop song. EPMD, So What You Saying.
Perfect. Weirdest request someone has ever made at a gig.
This actually surprised me. This happened in Vancouver. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Clint actually was his night. It was on Granville Street. And this girl, that totally young girl, didn't even look like she would know this song.
Yes.
And it's not weird.
Yeah.
It was actually a good request. And I was actually shocked. But she requested Casanova.
Okay.
From the Vert, right? And I was like, wow, that's a good request. But it's more the person that requested it that didn't match. But I was like, but I love getting good requests. So, weird requests, you'll get the...
That's actually weird, but in a good way.
In a good way. It's a weird one in a good way. Because if you saw the person, like you would, I love that. When you see someone who looks like they're going to totally request some pop song.
Yeah. Can you play Taylor Swift? And she's like, actually, this deep cut right here.
But she looked like she was going to request something
Taylor
like
Swift.
that. But that was before Taylor Swift, because I think this was in the early 2000s, but like something like that,
Oh my gosh.
But she requested a good request, and that request stuck in my mind, because usually it's a song that I don't want to really play or doesn't fit the night. So I usually can't play a lot of requests, right? But I was like, you know what? That was the first request. And I'm like, I actually can play that one. I'm going to play that one.
You're like, I approve. Yes. You know where I'm going with my set.
Yeah. I
love that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
If you could travel back in time to one musical era, where are you going?
84.
Ooh, why 84?
1982 to 1984, 85. But obviously I love like late 80s too. But specifically that boogie era. And I would be in the UK. I love 52nd Street, Loose Ends, like that whole sound, you know what I mean? But that, if I could go back 1984, I would be in New York or in London listening to that whole era. And fashion-wise, that's my favorite too. That's why I really love vintage, 80s, early 80s. And also for the hip-hop too, But early 80s, I would go back.
That. I love how much
Where would you
love
go?
That. Where would I go? I'm like in a 60s era right now.
Really?
Yes. I don't know. Like I did a whole project on Quincy Jones, and so I went deep into like that era of music that he was composing, orchestrating music. It was also a lot of like Bob Fosse, the dance, you know, where he's like,
oh yeah. Oh, that kind of 60s.
Yeah, and just the fashion back then, minus the polyester. Like I would not wear the polyester, but like the style, the hair, the makeup.
Name someone an example of someone that you from the 60s you love their style.
I mean, it was Twiggy. Like Twiggy was that model, right? Yeah. But like any of the dancers in any of Bob Fosse's like videos back then, which he did a lot of the choreography for those films, like all of their outfits, it was like the short mini dresses, skirts, like just the color palette too. I mean, I'm kind of wearing a bit of the color palette, but like earthy greens and burnt orange and beige, browns, and yeah, like the boots, the high boots. And just like the makeup with the big false eyelashes and the big hair, but it would be like smooth but like big, you know? I don't know, and I really was just like super inspired by Bob Fosse's style of dancing because it's a lot.
What's your favorite Bob Fosse movie?
Oh, I don't know.
Or one?
I don't know. I can't name. I just know this one video, and it was called The Aloof, and it's done to that song, Soul Bossa Nova or Big Band Bossa Nova. I can't remember. Something Bossa Nova that Quincy had composed, and it's in that track. I'll send you the video.
Yes, I was just gonna say.
But anyways, I will go back to that era,
nice.
Which is funny because I wouldn't have said that to you 6 months ago, but like from doing this project, I was like, what? We all be sleeping on the 60s. Like that was soul power movement. That was like also like a lot of early activist movements for women's rights, for black rights, like all of that. So it was just such a powerful time, pre-disco. Like it's what led to disco, right?
Right.
So anyway, I just been kind of like, oh, I'm obsessed with this era now.
We'll talk later, but you got to send me some of your favorite 60s songs.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay. I asked you about the travel. One artist from the past you wish you could have seen live.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Oh.
I don't know how I missed that.
Dude, I feel that way about D'Angelo.
Oh. That's one too. Actually, I have to say, I didn't get a chance to. I don't think did he come to Vancouver?
I don't know. But like, I feel like if I knew that he was gonna pass away in October, I would have tried in the last like 5 years to try and see him somewhere.
I don't think he was performing in the last 5, was he? But
I know that he did perform for Montreux Jazz Festival, the one that's Quincy Jones's favorite jazz festival. It happens in Europe.
What year was this?
France. No, it's not France. It's like Switzerland.
And what year was this that he performed?
Would have been, I think, 2019. Yeah, it would have been pre-Pandy. I know, like a real Cy Young, like darn moment. But yeah. Anyway, and last question for you in our rapid fire, which is not so rapid fire. Sorry. In 2026, year of the fire horse.
Yes.
Who I'm stepping into or who I'm becoming is. I feel like too much pressure.
Who am I becoming?
Yeah, who are you stepping into? Or
I just want to always step into my best self, you know? Like I always want to just step into, you know, it's been a long journey, you know? It's going to be almost 25 years, you know?
Of DJ.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I just, you know, I know I'll probably still be doing it. But what am I going to step into for 2026?
Yeah, year of the fire horse. I love you. You're like literally thinking about your future self. You're like, but that's it. Maybe that's it. This is the energy, you know? No words. Just this. I don't know. I can't think of any words right now. But I just want to you know, continue what I've been always doing. Just trying to be my best, you know, version of myself. But I really don't know what 2026 is going to look like yet.
this whole like past 5 years since the pandy, I like how you say that.
The pandy. Yeah.
The pandy has been the most impactful like of my entire career as a DJ, if you want to call it a career, the last 5 years. Like since the pandy. Like I feel like since then, that's when everything just
blew up.
Yeah, because I was always doing it kind of part-time-ish, had a full-time job or a business. So it was always like I did it on this, like I do it a lot, you know, on the side. But being full-time, it was the pandemic that pushed me into doing it full-time and really stepping into myself, you know. But I realized, this is what I was meant. This is where you know I need to be. So 2026, I know it's going to be exciting. I don't know what's going to happen yet, but I'm ready for it.
Yes. Oh, Lynn, thank you so much for spending time with us this morning, for sharing your stories, a lot of Van City history, clubbing and dance and music, knowledge and history, you know.
Yes.
You've been such a pillar, especially within our street dance community too, having DJ'd past Van Street Dance festivals.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I'm excited for you. I'm excited for this upcoming year. I'm excited for where else in the world you will be able to share your music.
Yes.
But the way that I see you is like you preserve a certain part of music history that we've inherited, and you have like taken the time, years, to know it so deeply that it's like, I love how you shared that this, when you're playing this music, you're taking people back to the way that you had heard it when it first came out.
Yeah.
And that's important, and why I think like multi-generational DJ lineups are also important.
Yes.
Because it's sharing like the different access and points of which we've lived this music.
Yeah.
It's going to be different to hear like a song from the 80s from someone who lived it versus someone new who's appreciating it. You know,
Right.
There's something behind like what you hold, and
Yeah.
that's why I value you, and
Thank you.
value
I
you
value
as a DJ.
you and everything that you do. And this show is incredible, and just everything that you've ever done, every project, every event, everything you've ever hosted. Whenever you touch the mic, like I said, even before we even start recording, like you are incredible. You are like the best at what you do. You know what I mean? And you rep Vancouver.
I rep
so well.
Van City all day, baby. East Van all day.
And thank you for coming out to visit New York too, whenever, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah.
Of course, and more places in the world that we will intersect.
Yes.
Well, thank you everybody who has tuned in on the live stream, everybody who's watching the replay after. If you are an artist, a DJ, a musician, a creative, and you want to be on this show and have a story to share, please scan the QR code that's going to appear on the edited version of this video. Fill out the form, tell me more about you, and who knows, maybe you could be the one sitting in this hot seat next to me. Once again, my name is Kazi. This episode has been powered by StoryHive. This is Lynn, aka DJ Bles-sed. Find her on Instagram, find her on the internet at DJ_BLES_SED.
Yes, thanks for getting that right.
I knew that. I knew it. And yeah, appreciate y'all. Thank you again for tuning in. This has been StoryHive on location Vancouver with Beats, Eats, and more.